Everyone, this is VCT Pacific Stage 2 Scrum. For today, we have Meow and Envy from Team Secret. Before we jump into the Q&A session, let's begin by hearing from both on their thoughts of the game.
I mean, right now, I think all three maps we struggled a lot in attack right now. This one, and I think the majority thing is we're just overthinking too much. Like we can just make it more simplify. We can make it more simple, but we decided to make it more complicated and trying to play the game. And yeah, I mean, like overall defense side, I think we were okay. Like I mean, we didn't really play defense a lot actually, except Ascent. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I think like yeah, I think we're just failing to adapt to the game also in attack. In attack.
I think for me, like I feel like we started slow on all of the maps. I mean, I think we always get like there's like a big lead from the enemy team before we actually get to play the game, and I think that really costed us a lot. I think also I don't know. I think confidence was a big part. Like I feel like no one was really taking initiative in making the right plays. I feel like we were just being autopilot for like some runs, and I feel like that costed us a lot.
Thank you. We will now open the floor for on-site questions. Please raise your hand if you have any questions.
Hello, guys. Commiserations with the loss. So, Lara, my first question will be to the head coach. Today, you were taking some gambles, we can say, with like changing the players and changing comps and roles even on the team. So, I would love to hear, was it like an all-out strategy that you wanted like to give it all to this game? And how do you evaluate if it paid off tonight?
I mean, I think it's more of like when we lost against DRX and when we lost against Gen.G after we knew like we needed a change in the team. Like we wanted like actually like we wanted more try to bring Vash's experience in the team, like how he can try to help us out more. And I mean, yeah, like overall, was it a better performance than the DRX and Gen.G game? Yeah, I mean, we did. At least we knew we could come back at like a lead. Because back then, when we went against DRX and Gen.G, like even though the lead was, I mean, the lead was big, and then we just gave up already on the game, right? But now at least we're trying to fight back in the other half. So I think yeah, for us, yeah, it was a good change in the roles and the players.
Thank you for sharing. Another question was, what can we expect from Team Secret coming forward? If you could share any information with us.
Uh, I mean, like overall, like, do we need a change in members? I mean, I can't say right now. Like, obviously, we need to evaluate what was the problem, like what made their confidence low, like what made us overthink. Like, I think we can try to like now we have time to think about it. Like, it's not like we're gonna rush practice and things like that, right? Like, we have more like a time to talk about it together and things like that. So, I think that's the first thing we need to do. And then, I mean, the next, if we really have to change members, then I mean, yes, of course.
Okay, best of luck in the future to your team.
Thank you.
And my last question will be to Invi. I just wanted to ask you, first of all, I think you played really well today, especially on Ascent. And I wanted to ask you to just give your like opinion about how the season went for you personally and for the team.
I think for me, this whole season was really bad. I mean, compared to last year, like it's a big change for me because back then, from the past iterations of Team Secret from 2023, 2024, we were contenders. We were like one game away from qualifying to Masters or Champions, but now I think this whole season was just really bad. I think also for me a lot. I think it really damaged my mental because it's so hard to even barely win a game like this season. I mean, last season was for me personally it was so easy. Like the game was so easy to like win. But I think this time around it was like super hard to even like win a map. I don't know why, but it's I don't know. Like for me, it's just really depressing to be honest. So yeah,
That's understandable, but you're a great player and we wish you best of luck. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. That's all from onsite, and we will now move on to our pre-submitted questions. The first question goes to Meow. The team last faced off against RRQ in stage 1 with a 2-0 victory. What was something new you struggled with today?
The stage one against RRQ. We already like knew like we wouldn't qualify or to the playoff or anything like that, right? So like I told my players back then that time like just to have fun, like don't be pressured. I'm not even gonna give you guys a strats to play with or like a playbook. Just play your game, guys. Like just fight if you have to. And then yeah, like the players play with no pressure and they're just fighting. They're winning those fights, and we just won quite easily that game. And I think today is more of like I think it got it to some players, I guess. Like we had to win to go playoff, so I think maybe they were nervous, maybe like they're overthinking it, right? I think yeah, that's the big difference between the stage one, stage two performance against RRQ.
Thank you. Next question goes to Envy. The team struggled on the first half of Icebox. What was the biggest challenge you faced?
um, I think for me personally in Icebox, like I was playing Sage, right, and I was the planter. So I think the biggest struggle was like I guess like my team trying to take space because I don't know. Every time I try to plant, I always get spammed. My wall gets broken. I get util dump, and that's because like I feel like the whole team just didn't wasn't on the same page of like taking space together, like in A or B. Like I don't know. For me personally, it's just really hard because I didn't even get to play the game on Icebox. Like I started off really hot in Ascent, and after that, like I was just planting the bomb, and I just couldn't do anything. I just die after planting. So yeah, I think it was a very very struggle for me, and yeah, that's all.
Thank you. That's all for pre-submitted questions. Now we're wrapping up the scrum with Team Secret. We will be back shortly. Thank you.